Well, hello guys, and welcome to another video of Carl Reacts. And you can see exactly what I'm reacting to in this video. I watched a little bit of this video, and it's going to get messy. So if you know the song, then you know exactly what's happening. But before we get into this, don't forget to check out the links in the description, as always, to help support this channel. And there's a Patreon, buy me a coffee, whatever you guys can do. I think I'm going to start. I'm going to have to set up a Patreon only dedicated to this channel, but more in the future. Now, what are we reacting to today? This is from 1999. This is shortly after, evidently, the Slipknot played at Ozfest. Now, this video is amazing, okay? Because you have the guys from Slipknot, bare bones equipment on stage, and I think one thing you'll also notice is that Joey they were so small as a band that Joey actually had to set up his drum set in front of the other band's drummer's drum set. So whenever a band's not popular and they don't get to use the big drum set, they have to set up the drum set in front of the headliner's drum set. That's exactly what this is. That's how small Slipknot was in 1999, and now they're selling out stadiums, 50, 60,000 people, and they got, well, they don't have it anymore, but they had the drum sets that went up and turning around, and Joey was, doing the whirlwind while doing a drum solo. But just to give you some idea how far they came. And I think this lasts 36 minutes, but we're only going to look at the first song, which is Sick. Okay? S-I-C. Everyone knows what the song is. And, yeah. So we're just going to play it, okay? The song is Sick. It's complete. It's so raw and aggressive, this performance. It's beautiful, okay? I have not seen Slipknot perform with this grit, this intensity, this rawness pretty much ever since the early 2000s. So, without further ado, let's not waste any more time. Let's just get right into it. You can hear the intro. Bare bones. Something's going on. There you go. So I'll stop right there. See? There's the drum set in the back, and there's Joey with this tiny, tiny drum set in the front of the drum set, just to give you an idea how small they were as a band in 1999. Yeah, the guy recording was obviously standing right next to Sid because he probably had the speaker in his ear, like his monitor speaker, blasting the samples. It's chaos. Jesus, Clown is trying to sing the backup vocals, and the microphone cable's getting caught up. He's just ripping that thing out. I feel sorry for the organizers because because Slipknot probably just destroyed everything. They showed up, they destroyed everything, and then they left. Look at that. Tiny drum set in front of the big drum set. I was gonna do just one song, just the first song, because the video is really long. But I think now the what is it called? I think now it's not coming to me, but you know the song that comes after this one on the album. The song that comes after this one on the album, you know what it is. I love this. For being one of my favorite songs, I don't remember the title. You know why? You know what the thing is? They make this wall of sound. It's not even like a little bit here. It's just one guitar and a bass and a singer, and there's like 3 or 4. There's 9 of them on the stage, and they're just this pressure wave of just sound. It was, I don't know. I remember when I first discovered them. When did I don't even remember how. But I ordered from eBay. Now, I grew up and I lived in Italy. My father used to be in the American military, he retired, and I could order things from the United States and have them sent through the military postage system and not have to pay, import taxes. So I ordered from eBay in the United States a VHS tape. A VHS tape with Slipknot stuff on it. This was like 1999. I ordered this VHS tape, and it came, and there was the concert from Ozfest, also showing them before the stage, like before getting on the stage without their masks on. The whole performance from Ozfest, and I think the Surfacing, that's the name of the song, and the music video for Surfacing, and I think what other music video they made at the time. And it was awesome because I'm like, wow, I have a VHS and it has Slipknot on it. There was no music video. They weren't showing it on the TV in Italy. It was phenomenal. And just to see this video, because this is the same time period, just to see this video, it's amazing. Really, the time capsule. This for me is a time capsule. I mean, you can't really hear it that well, but for whoever knows the song, knows exactly what's happening. And just to see that raw power, I haven't seen this in Slipknot in such a long time. And I was exposed to this from the very beginning. I saw Mick Thompson. I always liked his mask the most. I think one year for Halloween, I dressed up as him for Halloween. One year I had the long haired wig. I made the mask myself from paper mache and duct tape, and then painted it. And because duct tape is already gray, and then I got an orange jumpsuit. I think they had these outlets that would sell, like these outlet shopping center stores in Italy that would sell outfits for people who work in warehouses and in factories and in train tracks and all that stuff there. And they had an orange jumpsuit. It was identical. So I was ecstatic. I was beside myself. The only problem is when I tried to do the barcode on the back, I designed a stencil, but it was a stencil which was floppy like that. So when I spray painted it, it was a gigantic blob of paint on the suit, because I should have made a stencil where I could stick it on, but it wasn't, didn't stick. So paint was getting underneath the stencil, and it looked stupid, but I still went anyways. I had the big boots that somebody lent me, which were 2 sizes too small. My foot barely fit inside, and the front of my toes were just squished together like that. But I still went as Mick Thompson for Halloween, and I still kids don't do that anymore. I don't know if kids actually make their own costumes anymore. You see the guy, I don't know if you can see my mouse, that guy right there, right there standing next to Sid. He has a smile on his face, and he's holding. It looks like he's holding the turntables. I don't know if because Sid was just knocking everything on the floor, but it's just insane. These guys were in literally no other band in existence was ever will ever be, never was, and cannot be presently like them. It's impossible. Guys, this is really amazing. You know what? I think, how long has it been? 60 minutes. I think Wait and Bleed probably comes up next. Jesus. Just watch it. Screw it. The thing is, this is the first time I see this video. I've never seen this video before, and it's just amazing to see this because it's a time capsule. And for all the young kids that are out there today listening to Slipknot as they are now with Jay Weinberg, this is where they came from. This is the Slipknot that I remember in the very beginning. And it was beautiful, beautiful. The thing is, I remember back then, people were like, "Oh yeah, Slipknot, they're a very good nu metal band." I'm like, that's not nu metal. Of course it's nu metal. It sounds just like Korn. I sat there with a confused face, like a confused, those dogs when they hear a sound, like they don't know where the sound, the confused face. It's no way in hell that Slipknot sounds like Korn. Korn, okay, Korn is nu metal. Limp Bizkit is nu metal. Slipknot is not. They said, oh, Mudvayne. Mudvayne's another one. Mudvayne's nu metal. No, they're not. Slipknot was never, ever nu metal. It's impossible. You can't even put them in. There is no category. So it's kids back then.
I think you know who the fuck we are. Every motherfucking one of you are! You wanna know who the fuck you are, man? I said you wanna fucking know who we are, man? You are the craziest motherfuckers in the whole fucking world!
Some girl threw her bra onto the stage.
I got one more fucking question before we bust this shit out. Are you guys ready? Are you ready to have a good fucking time tonight?
You know why it's a time capsule? Because you have this guy here, he's holding a gigantic camera, this huge camera with what looks like a gigantic ND filter on the front because it was bright as hell outside. He's probably recording onto a VHS tape, probably Super VHS, which was the highest quality back then. And nowadays, you have phones that small that can record 4K, 8K, and there it's probably like regular SD, so it's like 640 times 480. If that. If it was broadcast, it's probably like half of that. So it was like 320. Some 320 times 280, I think. But this is ridiculous.
I just fucking told every one of you fuckers that this is the craziest fucking place on earth. I'm gonna give you one more fucking chance.
they were playing this in Des Moines. Wow. You know what? You know what? I watched this and oh, it says people equal shit on the banner there. That's interesting. I watched this video from this time period, and I get a little emotional, get a little sad, because this reminds me of whenever I was 17 years old. Okay, I'm 38 now. 18 years old. I was going to school. I was the rebellious teenager. Everyone was dressed all the same. They all had their expensive. This is southern Italy, very narrow-minded, very ignorant to the world outside of Italy, and then there's me that I show up, with the spiky hair like Static X type, heavy metal shirts and Slipknot logos and stuff on my backpack and all that, and I just remember this video, like these songs, just these songs, the time period, just that 1999 2000, and it just makes you sad because I'm 38 now, and I've gone through moving to another country. I've gone through being in a relationship for 10 years, building a house, having 2 kids, breaking up. I don't live at home with my kids anymore. They live about an hour away. I live in an apartment now, which actually is fantastic. I mean, I can actually make these videos for you guys, because before, when my kids would go to sleep at like 6 o'clock in the evening, because it's now 10:42, I couldn't make these videos. So I wanted to make these kind of videos for a long time. And just going through all this and watching this and remember where I was, how it was back then. It's beautiful. Beautiful. And it sucks that, Slipknot, they've gone through so many changes with the clown, legal problems with Sean the clown. Chris Fane was all sued Corey, I think, for something with the merchandising, wasn't getting enough money, or he discovered some documents that that shows that Corey and Sean were getting more money, and then the thing with Joey, that they kicked Joey out, and then, or before Joey got kicked out, Paul died, and just the whole band, like from the beginning, it was supposed to be like a unit. Like, you would never think that all the stuff that happened to them could ever happen to them. But it did. And it sucks that it did, because you see bands who aren't really that great, like Korn, for example. The first 2-3 albums are wonderful, but now Korn sounds like a... Never mind, I don't want to get into what Korn sounds like now. Or Limp Bizkit, for example. Limp Bizkit, they have Wes Borland, amazing guitar player, but he plays in Limp Bizkit. That's the problem. And all these bands are still together, still the original members. They're all still there. Everyone's still there, except for Korn. Okay, David, he left the band, who knows what, the drummer, for who knows what reason. The guy that's there now, he's really good. But, I don't know, man. It's a shame that whatever happened to Slipknot happened to them and not to other bands, which music is not as good as Slipknot's music. So, yeah, I'm going on to a tangent here. It's been 26 minutes. I'm going to have to end the video here. And, yeah, I'm probably gonna watch the rest of the video, this video now. And guys, thank you very much for reliving this moment in time when I was just a young boy. What was that song that says, I once was a young boy? And yeah, thanks. And I'll see you in the next video. I won't even add anything else to that. I'll just stop recording. Bye.